guys, Ray from Whimsical Pictures here, bringing you my monthly manga haul for the month of March 2017. I've got 19 books to show you today, so without further ado, we're going to start with the new stuff as per usual and then move into my used pickups. The first volume we have here is from Seven Seas, and this is Hana and Hina Afterschool, Volume 1 by Milk Morinaga. Actually, 3 first volumes of Yuri series out this month that I picked up. So I definitely want to do some first impressions on each of them, but I'm kind of trying to decide between doing like all 3 in one video as sort of a Yuri spotlight to help people decide if they're interested in picking up, one or the other, or as 3 separate first impressions videos. So if you have an opinion either way, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But this is from Milk Morinaga, who has several other titles released in English as well. And I really enjoy her stuff. It's really cute. The recently released Secret of the Princess is my favorite so far. I haven't read this yet, but it is about 2 girls who work at the same part-time job after school. And it looks like it's going to be super cute, just like any Milk Morinaga series, so I'm looking forward to that. Next, also from Seven Seas, also a first volume of a Yuri title, probably the one I'm the most excited about, because it has a lot of buzz. It's a very popular Yuri title. This is Cassie-san and Morning Glories, the first volume of Cassie-san and. This is Cassie-san, she's like a tomboy, but I just love the style of this, it's so cute. The art is adorable, and it looks like an adorable story. The back has these cute little chibis, so I am looking forward to reading this as well. Final pickup from Seven Seas is Volume 2 of Please Tell Me Galchon. This is an anime that I really enjoyed. I definitely recommend it since it is only like 7 minutes per episode, so it's very quick to get through. But it's just sort of a comedy about these girls hanging out and sort of talking about gross stuff with each other, like girls are wont to do. And the manga actually is partially colored, which is interesting. But I've really been enjoying this, so I'm picking it up as it comes out. Next is one from Viz that I've been resisting getting for a long time because it has a really dumb title. But I finally listened to people, and I got Volume 1, and I loved it so much that I immediately went out and bought Volumes 2 and 3. And that is Everyone's Getting Married by Izumi Miyazono. This is under the Shoujo Beat label, but it is very much a josei series, as you can see from the rating. This is basically a romance between this sort of very hardworking office lady who wants to settle down and get married, and this news anchor who doesn't want to get married at all. And yeah, it's just putting the focus so much on marriage and stuff feels weird for this series, because what I really like about it actually is that it is very much an adult story, and it's these characters in their 20s who are getting together and, they're starting to think about, where do I really want to be in the future? They're starting to think about things like marriage and kids and, their career. So, yeah, it's very good. It's a very grown-up romance between grown-up characters, and it's refreshing. And it doesn't have the weird power dynamics of a lot of other josei romance series that we've gotten, like Happy Marriage and Midnight Secretary, although I quite enjoyed Midnight Secretary. Instead, you've pretty much got these 2 characters who are largely on an equal playing field, who just sort of naturally end up falling in love with each other, and then they have to deal with sort of the 2 of them having very different ideas for the future, and that not necessarily being an easy thing to pull through in a relationship. So I've only read Volume 1 so far, and I'm excited to read these. Next we have the third Yuri title, first volume this month, and that is actually Yen Press's first foray into Yuri. And that is volume 1 of Kiss and White Lily for My Dearest Girl, by Kano. What I've heard about this series is that it's basically like the Yuri version of Special A, which is a really fun shoujo series, so definitely looking forward to reading this. It sounds like it might have like a slight bit more plot than your average Yuri series, at least the other ones we've been getting in English. So I am looking forward to this, and it has strawberries on the cover, which are so cute. Finally, for new stuff, we have Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun Volume 6. Just a really fun, funny parody of shoujo tropes that I continue to really enjoy. I watched the anime first, and I loved it, and I've been loving the manga as well. I just love all of the characters so much. Mikorin is my favorite. He's my beautiful daughter. But I love everybody. This is a series that makes me laugh out loud at least several times per volume, and I love it. And for used stuff, we have just 3 different series to show you, but one of them is a complete run, so yeah. But the first one is volume 1 of Natsume's Book of Friends by Yuki Midorikawa. This is actually one of my favorite manga series, but it's one that I only own a few volumes of, so one of my big goals for this year is to pick up the rest of it and sort of fill in the holes. So this just happened to pop up at the used bookstore for like $4, so I picked it up because it's one of the ones I needed and it's in perfect condition. So yeah. Next is a really interesting find. I had no idea this existed, but it is Short Program by Mitsuru Adachi. Apparently there were 2 of these released in English, 4 in Japan, so it was never finished. But just having one is fine because this is a collection of short stories from him. And it's really cool because I had no idea that anything by Adachi had been released over here except for Cross Game. So this is a really cool and unique find. It's from An America Extra. Haven't heard that name in a long time. And I think when I looked up when it's from, it was like 1997 or something. Yeah, basically. So, yeah. That was a cool find. In very good condition again. And finally, we have, just as I was turning in a huge box of books for credit at the used bookstore, someone was so kind as to turn in the entire 9-volume run of a series I have been really interested in for a long time. One that I actually read a big chunk of when I was in high school, but I don't really remember anything about it anymore except that I liked it. So I've definitely been wanting to read it again. And these are in such good condition. There's barely any yellowing, which is rare for Tokyo Pop books because they yellow right away. The page quality is so bad. But this is Life by Keiko Suenobu. She's really known for like dark and dramatic shoujo stories. She also has Limit in English from Vertical. That's a story of like a bus crashing in the wilderness and like this Lord of the Flies thing with the kids on the bus trying to survive and turning on each other and everything. But this is the story of this girl here who, after a particularly bad falling out with a friend, turns to cutting to alleviate her depression and her guilt. And it deals with a lot of themes of suicide, cutting, obviously, self-mutilation, depression, isolation, bullying, and sexual assault even. So, definitely not a lighthearted, cute shoujo series, but it is very good so far. I've read the first 2 volumes. I really like how the spines look, actually. Very slick. But this series is actually 20 volumes long. In Japan, it finished at 20 volumes. And of course, because Tokyo Pop went out of business, we only got 9 over here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do once I finish all of them, but maybe buy it in Japanese, we'll see. But I'm very happy to have the entire run in English because that can be quite hard to find. So, let's see, turn these around so I can show you everything. This is all the books that I got in the month of March. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if any of these are interesting to you or if you're thinking about picking any of them up. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy reading, guys. Bye.